Greetings one and all. How's everyone doing? I hope well. Thought I'd come out to the park to get out a little sunshine and shoot a quick video. So this is gear that's always with me, no matter what. And it's just right up front. I don't have I only have one knife in here, which I'll show you. I didn't bring any other cutting tools because, quite honestly, I don't always bring them, for one, and two, I tend to rotate my blades. Like one day I'll bring the BK7, the next trip I'll bring the GNS, or I'll bring the Mora Black. I might do a separate video on the knives that I bring most often. If there's some interest, I'll do the video. Just let me know in the comments below. So let's get right to it. Okay, so this is the Hidden Woodsman Mike Charlie pack. It's a new pack I picked up. It's what I've been using a bit lately. Now I will switch out different packs as well. I'll use the Hidden Woodsman book bag, the Hidden Woodsman day ruck, just whatever I feel like grabbing that day. And sometimes I'll still bring my Kelty Red Wing, depending on the trip and what kind of mood I'm in or what I'm bringing. So one thing I bring is my carabiner, which I still have. That's pretty much with me all the time. Okay, so on a new addition on this pack is the Condor H2O carry pack, which I just bought to go with this bag. One of the things I always carry is my Gaia bottle, 38 ounce stainless steel. I have boiled in with this over fire. This pretty much is always with me because if I have to, I can boil water, or I can use my Ketadine Hiker Pro and just filter right into this. So, and it's a great way to store water as long as I'm careful with the threads, which I actually have gotten the cord here stuck in the screw part, and it leaked water all over inside my haversack. But that was just my fault. So, in fact, I even did a video of check your stuff. So I just didn't check to make sure it was on. Okay. So I always have the Hidden Woodsman Tinder Bag, which I keep just various tinders in here. I have some bark. I have a couple pieces of fat wood, some cedar bark in here. Actually, I need to restock this. I didn't restock it after my last outing, so yeah, a lot of Hidden Woodsman stuff just because I really like it. So, tinder bag, good for carrying tinder around. I always have a bandana. In fact, there are several in this bag. I'll show you the other one. These I'll just throw in my cargo pocket so I can wipe off sweat, but if I need to, I can char with it. I've been having a little trouble with char lately, but hopefully I'll get it someday. A new addition is my first aid kit. I still haven't made any modifications to this. If you check out my first aid kit video, you'll see it's still just the same things. I rarely ever get into it. This is a Hidden Woodsman Possibles pouch. Like I said, there'll be a lot of Hidden Woodsman stuff. Now this is the prototype version of this. So this is what they look like now. This is a prototype. He sent it to me to try out, and I basically just raved about it. It never leaves my pack, ever. It's always with me. And what I put inside though will vary greatly, depending on what I'm doing. So in here I have the Hidden Woodsman signal panel. Kind of sound like a Hidden Woodsman commercial. So if I get stuck, hurt, or just need something to sit on, you know, kneel down on, do feather sticks over. Got all these strap downs here. You can tie it off. I actually have, oh, I forgot I had cordage already in here. So Hidden Woodsman signal panel. Always a must-have. Then I just have, this is a M&M container, a mini M&Ms. You can buy at a store like $1.19. I just have a lighter always. And then down at the bottom, I don't know if you can see that white part, just a few cotton balls. And all I do is I just push the lighter down to get the lid on, but the cotton balls are kind of compact in there now. If I needed to, I could just dig it out with a stick if I had to get a fire going. Another bandana, and then it's empty for the most part, because usually what I'll do is I'll throw my backup blade in here, I'll throw like cotton balls and Vaseline container in here that I have at home. Doesn't always come with me when I need it though. I throw it in here. Spare batteries for the camera I'll throw in here as well. If I want to bring out a second piece of silverware, I'll throw it in here, and it just zips up. And then just so I can just grab it by the handle, pull it straight out of my bag, get what I need, slide it back in. Same thing you could do with the one you can buy now. It has a convenient carry handle, and you can tie it up to a tree or just hang it on a branch. Just don't do what I did and forget that it's hanging on the branch. I almost always have, I would say that the tongs were a majority of the time item, because it's just so convenient to move fire, to turn the fire and pick stuff up out of the fire with these tongs. There have been a couple of trips I didn't have them, you know, and I survived okay. And you can make tongs, which is kind of cooler, but you know, you can't beat the lightweight and how well these work. So then there's my fire kit. Now I had commented on another guy's video about you know, I don't really think in terms of kits when it comes to the stuff I carry. Now I kind of misspoke, that I forgot about my fire kit and I forgot about my first aid kit, so that was my bad. So you know, the reason I say that I don't really think in terms of kits is because when I get home I unpack this bag every time. Every time I go out, well, I always grab these same items. The rest of the stuff is always different. So now these are Eagle Creek bags. I got this at REI. It's like $7, and all it is, it's a mesh front zipper bag. I got the idea from, I think it was the Urban Prepper here in Seattle. I watched one of his videos and he had these bags. I thought, I like those bags, so I went and got a couple. All it is just random cordage, you know, various lengths. I have some of this orange ribbon for if I have to tie it up near a tree, if I was lost. I have the Hidden Woodsman Blue Blaze, which also has the camouflage in the back, which is pretty cool. It never leaves this bag. I have a spare lighter in here. One, so I have another flame source, but also if I have to cut a piece of paracord, I don't have to think about going and finding a lighter. I can just dig it out, burn the end, and I'm good to go. So this keeps all my cordage in one place. I have paracord and I have bank line in here. I got several hanks, different lengths, just what I need. So, and then the other Eagle Creek bag is, I always have my headlamp, which is the Phoenix LD10 in the Phoenix headband. Love this, I love the light and I love the setup. I've heard some complaints about having the light on the side of your head versus the front, but you know, I just love it. It's probably one of my favorite pieces of gear. Then I have a roll of Gorilla Tape for quick, you know, repairs if I need to, or if I run out of cordage or something. I always have a spork. Sometimes I'll grab another piece of another utensil just for whatever outing I'm going on, but for the most part, I always have this with me. Then I have my spare batteries. Now I have just, you know, I basically have 3 batteries because I have a Phoenix light right here, which I just added, so I didn't include it in the things I always carry. In fact, I just put it on today. And I had another light that took, the headlamp takes 1 battery, but then the other light takes 2, so I have spare batteries. And then another bandana. And then just these zip ties, just for a quick lashing if I need to. And then the last item is a pair of gloves. Now, I have very dry hands and they break apart and they split and whatnot, so I don't want to get sap all over my hands and just, you know, slivers suck. I mean, I have a mulch still I can dig it out with, but I'd rather not. So keep your hands protected. Look at all the crap I have all over these gloves. I could have that all over my hands. So might as well keep your hands, you know, not only a little cleaner, but also safe from injuries, because, you know, damaging your hands could really mess you up. Is that it? Oh. And one other thing in here. Now, I had a request to show the zipper compartment, where I didn't do a very good job of in the video that I did of this pack, but hopefully you can see that. This is a sort of a mesh pocket, and then I always throw a large bandana in here. So this pocket, you know, goes all the way down. So I could stuff this thing with you know, whatever. Throw in my large bandana, throw my gloves down in here, and it just zips up. So let's see, that's what it looks like. Nice big compartment. Is that it? Oh yeah, and then the knife. Then I always have my food prep knife, which is the Spyderco Endura 4. Which is a little bit dirty. Gotta clean that off. But usually when I prep food that's gonna go in my mouth, I will use a clean knife, which is a bit dirty, which is my bad. But I'll go home and clean that today. But you know, I don't want to be cutting wood or processing firewood with a knife, or cutting down green vegetation that could potentially make you sick if you ingest it. So I always have a knife. This is for food ready to eat. So very specific. So if I'm gonna cook something, that's different. But if I'm gonna be cutting off a piece of, I've actually cut steak at camp. So I've sat and cut steaks. I've cut sausages. I'd rather use a knife that's gonna be clean. And so I'll bring this. So. And that's it. Just real quick. So that's the stuff I carry. You know, the knives, it just depends on my mood. It also depends on what I want to do, or, you know, sometimes I'll just grab it because I feel like it, or I've actually grabbed 3 or 4 knives, to be honest, just because I wanted to bring them, or I thought I might need them. So, and as I said, the carry option is always something a little bit different. Today it's this, but you know, it could be one of my other Hidden Woodsman backpacks, which I love them all. You know, this one has the new pack feel, so I had to bring it with me. Alright, thanks for watching, and catch you on the next one.